Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Today is Monday, July 8th, 2019, and this is your Ebola update. You know what? This disease is right in the center of Africa this time. Right in the center heart of Africa this time, in the Congo. And, there's an awful lot of people live in the Congo and the surrounding countries. And there's an awful lot of big cities, Now, so far, this thing has not really got into the big cities yet too much, and it hasn't spread out of the Congo too much. It started to spread into Uganda just a little bit. But here's the thing. They've been keeping this under control somewhat, keeping it from exploding in Africa somewhat by vaccinations. But they had a global supply of vaccinations. It takes a year, from what I gather, to take the vaccine and produce the vaccine from scratch right up to where they get it ready to be used. I guess they've used most of their supply, and so let's just get the chart started right here and take a look what's going on. I'll narrow it in a little bit. Ebola in the Congo. They're saying that. Let me pull the chart down a little bit. It says Ebola outbreak in the Congo should be a global emergency, warns Rory Stewart as he visits the country where 1,625 people have died. Now, it says the Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of the Congo should be declared a global emergency, but they haven't declared it a global emergency yet. The International Development Secretary, Rory Stewart, has warned that they should declare it a global emergency. The MP said he, recognizing the 10-month outbreak as a global health emergency, would bring more funding to be used to stop the deaths. And the World Health Organization has already rejected the proposal 3 times to make this a global thing global emergency where they get more funding. So, they're blocking it, the World Health Organization. Now, here is the biggest problem of all in this whole thing right now. And this is why they've been able to keep it back for a while now. You notice how it's been not spreading real fast. Like maybe, I think 90 people caught it in a week there or whatever. But they've slowed it down where it's not spreading into millions of people. Where it could in Africa. I mean, if it gets loose in the major cities and stuff, it could be millions of people have it. Because there's millions of people who live in Africa. And this thing spreads like the flu. And, this is this is the potential of this, is what I'm saying. And if it did get widespread like that in Africa, well, it's going to start to spread to other countries, or try to spread to other countries. But this is the thing. They've been slowing it down with this vaccine. It says Canadian who helped design the Ebola vaccine says that there is not enough to stop the current outbreak in the Congo. There you have it right there. They're running out of vaccine. They don't have enough vaccine. Now this shows a worker checking her temperature with a temperature gauge. They're checking everybody's temperature there. They're trying to slow down the spread of it. It says the World Health Organization reports that nearly 147,000 people have received the Ebola vaccine. So see, they're using up their doses since the Congo's health ministry first declared the new outbreak in August. It says the Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of the Congo nears the 1-year mark. One of the Canadian scientists who helped design the vaccine for the deadly disease says there is not enough of the precious preventative tool. In 2016, the drug maker Merck, which manufactures the vaccine, entered into an agreement with the Vaccine Alliance in Geneva to maintain a stockpile of 300,000 doses in case of an outbreak. But 300,000 doses is not enough anymore, said microbiologist and researcher Gary Kobringer, who has been tracking the outbreak from the Center for Research in Infectious Diseases in Laval University in Quebec City. You would need to reach 1 million, if not 2 million people. You cannot just offer it and say, that's it, we're done, we don't have anything left anymore. You need to make sure you have enough to cover 100% of the people if 100% of the people ask for it. Merck, the company that produces the vaccine, confirmed Friday that it will meet with the World Health Organization and the Vaccine Alliance in June to discuss supply concerns. Merck spokesperson Skip Irvine said that the company decided to nearly triple the stockpile within the next 18 months. So they're amplifying it. They're going to produce a lot of new vaccine. They're going to triple the stockpile. It must be nearly 1 million doses. But it takes them a while to produce it. It says we've amplified our commitment now to this greater number of around 850,000, I guess, doses of vaccine. And it said they arrived at the figure after consultations with the World Health Organization and the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and other interested parties as to what they will believe will be needed in the event the outbreak continues. So they still have 250,000 doses left, but they're saying it's not going to be enough. And evidently it takes quite a while to produce this vaccine, and they're going to get on to it. They're going to start producing it. But the thing is this infectious disease is trying to spread out to areas where they haven't made these rings of control with the vaccine. So they've vaccinated the people in around the surrounding areas where this disease is trying to spread right now. But if it spreads into new territory, those people won't be vaccinated. You know? And they've only got a couple, I guess, where does it say right here? They've only got 250,000 doses ready to ship that are left. That's it. And then they're out. And they're saying it's not going to be enough. Because I think the population of the Congo alone could take 10 times that many just to do the population of the Congo alone. There's a lot of people that live in these areas and compressed into small areas. You know, a lot of concentration of people per mile. Like how many people live in each square mile? Here in Canada, we got like 1 person per square mile. In Africa, there's like thousands per square mile. You know, I mean, it's a totally different situation. People are much denser population per square mile. And this makes a big difference. Makes a big difference when you're talking about a disease like this one. At any rate, you know, there's other places on Earth that even have tighter population densities. Places in China, places in, if you were to go to India, places in India have extremely dense populations. So listen, thank you guys for listening to this show, and this has been your Ebola update, and I'll keep you informed on this disease. Is kind of moving a little bit slowly right now, but just because it's moving slowly right now doesn't mean it might not speed up later and start to really grow. And it's far from over, this particular outbreak. We'll see you guys in the next show. Bye-bye.